Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to film for you a fun get ready with me where we just sit back and do our makeup together. I decided to film for you this glam go-to look of mine. I love the tones. It takes 5 minutes to put together and I just adore the way it looks. So if you want to do your makeup together with me, then just keep watching. Okay, let's jump right into it. So today I'm really in the mood for a peachy, glowy, just beautiful bright eye, just super daytime appropriate, and a really big go-to of mine. So today I'm going to be using the Just Peachy Too Faced Matte palette. Just Peachy Mattes it's called. And I'm going to mostly be using these shades here, fresh picked, and a little bit of peach, or actually maybe peach cobbler, because I don't want it to be too pinky, just very peachy. So we're going to go right in and mix peach tea and Just Peachy first. I'm going to place that right in the crease and just get going. So what are your guys' plans for the weekend? I, like I mentioned before, have a baby, so I'll pretty much be staying home. And yeah, anything good going on? Any good sales anywhere? Nothing? Leave me some comments below. I haven't shopped in ages. I'm just like super in the mood to go shopping. Okay. See, we're just gonna, this is a super quick eye look. Like, you can literally throw it on and out the door type of thing, which is what I really like. Sometimes you don't have time to spend like 25 minutes blending out an eye, you know what I mean? You want to just kind of boom, boom, boom. This is, as you can tell, just a really light wash. I think that the lights make it look even lighter. It is a slight bit, you know, it's going to give you some definition in your crease, make you look a little alive. Oh, and if I didn't mention, I already have on my brows and the top of my forehead, which is just the way I do my eyeshadow makeup, and I also have a primer, and today I used Tarte Shape Tape with a little bit of Charlotte Tilbury powder to set that. Alright, just a little bit more of Just Peachy. Kind of really finesse that. This is a gorgeous palette for every day. I love the quality of the shadows because they aren't super pigmented, but they're very blendable and very matte. Like, if you're looking for something that has a great amount of peaches in it, it's just because that's such a universal and perfect neutral go-to that I find this is just great. It's the actual only Too Faced palette that I own. I'm not a huge fan of their shadows for whatever reason. I don't know why. I just feel like they're really kind of overpriced. I'm just doing a little more of Just Peachy and putting that, first starting here at the outer edge, blending, and then when there's less product on the brush, just very lightly bringing that in. Just like that. Alright, so once we're about this point, what we're going to do is cut the crease. And I know it's an everyday, daytime look and people don't usually cut crease for that, but I don't like, now that I've gotten so accustomed to it, I don't like the way shimmers look without cutting my crease. So I'm going to take a little bit of the Shape Tape in light medium onto the back of my hand here, and I'm just going to start cutting this out. Coat my brush, and like usual, like I've mentioned in several of my other videos, I just literally do a swipe down, and then I look up, and wherever it imprints is where I draw my crease. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so once I've taken it to about here, I'm going to do the press and pull motion like I mentioned on all my other videos, just to meld this color into the concealer, and then I'm going to show you what we're going to do next. My favorite thing about everyday, casual, but pretty looks is that, like, you can be a little bit more haphazard with it. If you make a mistake, it's not the end of the world, and I just love that. It makes it so much less, like, I don't know, stressful or something. Once we're about here, today what I want to do is use the Chrome Painting Pot in Sun Drenched, which is, like, it is so pretty. Just take a looky-loo at that. Can you see? I don't even know if you can see, but so good. Alright, so I'm just gonna place that all over the lid. Like, are you kidding? With my finger, like always, I just don't like not using my finger. Okay, people? I use my finger. Yes, it makes it more messy and a little bit annoying, but I'm not gonna get the pigment I want without it. So just like that, press it all over the lid. And like I said, it's a super quick and easy eye look, so pretty much not gonna take you a ton of time. So we're here. We've pressed that on, so now I'm going to grab, this is a Wayne Goss number 17. I'm just going to wipe that off. And what I'm gonna do is, there's nothing on it. I'm just going to brush it through and kind of clean up what we just placed. And it also kind of works to make it look less like cut and so structured. It's like a soft whisper of gold instead, you know what I mean? Versus like something super harsh. So that's about as much as I want to clean it up. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go in with my 247, my Smith 247, and I'm going to go into a little bit of that peach tea and just peachy back and forth. And just pat it off, and I'm going to meld the outer corner in with the shimmer we just placed down, the combing pot. Nice and blended and just seamless. And like I said, this is a really quick, easy eye look, so you'll find that you'll be done really fast. I'm actually going to take like the most tiniest, littlest bit of this just peachy, really shake it off, and just kind of put it on the outside and then turn the brush this way, like that, and just kind of brush it in here just to find that slightest bit. Okay, now that I'm looking at it, I kind of want to go in with a little bit of a smaller blending brush. This is the E36 from Sigma, and I'm going to go in, I think, the peach cobbler here. Peach cobbler. And I'm going to just kind of define that outer corner a little bit more. Just like that, and then a little bring it in as well. Like that, super small touch. Go over just the outside again with my Wayne Goss 16. Just like that. And then for the inner corner, I want to go into my singles. I have a Z palette here of Anastasia Beverly Hills singles. A couple of the Urban Decay ones are at the bottom. I'm gonna go to in this shade here. It's called Peach Sorbet, and I've just really been enjoying that for my inner corners. It just pops, it brings the look to life, especially when I'm doing something peachy because it's peach based. So I'm going to, with my Morphe spray, I'm going to just wet my brush tiny teens little paints. And I'm going to go in here with Peach Sorbet in the inner corner. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the eyeshadow on the eyes. What I'm gonna do is hop off camera, quickly do the other eye, throw on some liner and lashes, and I will be right back to do the rest of my face. Okay, I'm back. So I popped on some True Volume Kiss lashes, which I absolutely love. They're beautiful, flirty, but very natural. They're not like overwhelming like I find some of the Lily lashes are. And now we're going to hop right into the face. So I'm going to start with my Dr. Brandt Pores No More primer. Still love this stuff. Still feel like it creates almost like a barrier for my skin and the foundation, so it doesn't clog my pores. I tend to always have a breakout. I have one here right now, but the foundation should cover it up pretty well. So pat that. When you're at these sections here, like I always get liney here and here. So I'm gonna pat that extra over here so it really kind of fills it up. That's what she said, too far. Okay. All right. So now, a little weird, a little crazy, I'm gonna go in with Hourglass Nude. This is the Vanish stick. So I'm gonna go and put a couple of swipes of this, and I'll tell you why it's crazy in a minute. Because I'm gonna do that as a couple swiperoos. And then I'm gonna go in with the Nude liquid Hourglass foundation as well. Listen, I like me a good full coverage. And I've been playing with this little concoction for a while now, and honestly, it looks really good on camera and in videos, but in person, but it looks really good on camera and videos. Okay, so now I'm taking my Sigma F80 flat Kabuki brush, and I'm just gonna kind of stipple, but also pull in a downwards motion, and just kind of coat the foundation all over my face. And with this specific Hourglass foundations, I like to use, I also bring that onto my lips. When I put the lipstick on, it's gonna give me a nice clean canvas. But yes, like I was saying, with the Hourglass foundations, I much prefer a brush to blend it out once I've applied it to my skin. For whatever reason, it just works better. It looks more seamless. I find I have to use so much of both products to get the type of coverage I want. Though they both claim to be so full coverage, I'm sorry, it doesn't take me there. It just doesn't take me there. Unless I use a ton, and as you can tell, I've mixed like 2 different items to get where I want. And they are not cheap, so, but good lord, that finish is nice. So it is a trade-off, and it's not cheap, but I do like it. Okay, once we're here, like I mentioned, sorry if I forgot, I actually already put foundation on my forehead. I've explained in one of my videos before, but I like to have my foundation on before I put my brows. I just can't get around. I'm not precise enough to get around my brows without making them look washed out or like there's little pieces of foundation on, so I find that really helps. So once we're there, put a little bit more blending into this neck. Okay. So once we're here, we're gonna do the concealer. So I'm going to, okay, little hack with the Shape Tape, less is more. When I was first using this, I was drawing giant triangles under my eye, and I would get so wildly crepey using this. With this specifically, you kind of have to finesse it a bit to work the way you want it to. So I find the less I use, the less liney it gets. But sometimes if you use too much, it just does not set properly and it looks awful. And like your whole makeup looks crackly and crazy after that. So just like the smallest amount, like that's it. That's it. And then I'm gonna take my beauty blender here, which is clean, just stroking. Clean enough. And just stamp it. And just blend that out. And I find the faster you work with Shape Tape and the faster you set it, the less likely it is to crease. So I just quickly pat that out and try to avoid messing up my liner there. Just quickly pat that out. Sometimes you can turn it on the butt of the beauty blender and just get out the extra lines. And then I'm going to take my Charlotte Tilbury, swirl it around with a also damp beauty blender, and just stamp that on very, very lightly, just like that. Quickly do the same with the other eye. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our giant Mer powder brush. Ugh, so good. Please do yourself a favor and pick this up, please, please. I'm going to take, my Patrick's powder. I'm gonna put a little bit of that into the back of the lid here. And I'm gonna fill up my brush here. And I'm gonna just lightly dust over top of everything. So once we're here, what we're gonna do is our contouring. I usually, honestly, on a day-to-day, I'll just contour with my bronzer. So we're gonna do our contouring, then we're gonna go in with blush, then with highlight. So again, I am using my Hourglass palette here, and I can't express how much I love this, and I really, really, really wish it wasn't limited edition, because I want like 2 backups, seriously. All right, so I'm going to, with my Tom Ford bronzer brush, I'm just gonna start to haphazardly bronze my face. So have you guys heard the latest frigging tea? Not even tea, like at this point it's like lava tea, like it's that piping hot. What about Jordan Woods? Oh my god. Are you insane? What an awful, bitchy, bad friend. It's just so sad. The whole thing's really sad and I shouldn't be smiling, but like it's really sad and like upsetting. Now we're going to move into the blush. I'm gonna go right dip into the same palette, back and forth between these two here, and just blush it up a bit. A little on the nose to make me look cutesy. And then to clean up this line a bit, I like to sometimes, after I put on my bronzer, like to clean it, and it kind of just further defines everything. I'm gonna go in with the translucent powder on one of the beauty blenders, and I'm literally gonna draw a line. Just like that, fill it in. Same thing on the other side. Just like that. Super light, nothing cuckoo bananas, just line just to help clean up that bronzer a bit, make sure it's everywhere we want it to be. We don't want it to be dragging halfway down our faces, right? Just like that, and I barely, like for like 30 seconds, keep it on. And I'm gonna go back with the Mer brush. Just very, like I said, it's not even baking, it's like baking's cousin. Like it's that little and it stays on your skin, but it just kind of cleans it a bit. Just like that. All right, let's do our highlight. So for that, we're gonna go with our Benefit Watts Up. And I'm just going to warm up the product on my finger here and stamp it on the highest point, which is right here. Perfect base for my highlight. Adore it. Okay, and on top of that, I want to go in with a loose highlight today. I haven't used this in a while. I'm going to spice it up a bit. So we're gonna go in with FIJI by KYLIE Cosmetics. It is just absolutely, so good. I feel like because it's a loose highlight, it almost melds into your skin better and it doesn't like sit on top. You know how some highlighters like sit on top of your skin and make it look really textured and bumpy, or like further accentuated if your skin is like that. This I find just kind of, oops, this one just, oh, it is so beautiful. It just kind of melds right into your skin. And it goes perfectly on top of that Benefit highlight. Okay, so sometimes after I do my highlight, I find it might look not as blended as I'd like. So what I do is I take my beauty blender, I turn it on the bum of the beauty. I call the bottom of the beauty blender the bum of the beauty blender. So I take that and I just kind of pat it, just to kind of help everything meld as one, so that there's no harsh lines. Once we've taken it to about here, we're going to start working on our drop shadow. So I'm going to dip back into this palette here. What is it called again? The Just Peachy Mattes. And I'm going to dip between Peach Tea and Just Peachy, the same thing we use in the crease, with my MAC 212. And I'm just going to stamp on the waterline here. You can like that. Stamp on the waterline. Just like that. And then I'm going to take my Wayne Goss 20 and dip into the just peachy color. And I'm going to use that to just smoke it out a bit. Alright, now I'm going to quickly put some mascara on. Put my Nude NARS BONEPAR liner that I use with every single one of my looks. And I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've put on my mascara, which again is the Milk Makeup KUSH mascara. This is a mini of it because I just prefer mini mascaras over the large ones. Love, especially for the lower lash line. Wish the brush was a touch smaller, but love. And then, like usual, my NARS BONEPAR, which is right here. And that's just the nude in my waterline. And now we're gonna go in and do our lips and then why does anyone else own KYLIE Cosmetics liners and like does the main part just fall out like this? Like I don't know if you guys can see, it's like it completely falls out. I adore her formulas and I adore the liners. They're very creamy and wonderful. I just wish she would change the packaging. Alright, so I'm gonna go in and just line these up and get it done. I totally forgot to mention, this is the shade, this is the lip kit called Angel. I just love it. It's like an in-between a nudie, taupey, undertone of a pink. I just love. Done with the liner, now we're going to go in with the actual liquid lipstick. So once that dries down a bit, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the stupid polar vortex, but my lips are so dry. Like unbearable. Wearing a matte lipstick, they look so buttholey that it's barely like I can't even barely leave the house with it. So I've been taking, this is a really interesting formula. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this. This is a NARS Velvet Lip Glide. Is that what it's called? Yeah, and this is in the shade Bound. I find it works with so many different lipsticks, and what I do, it's, I forgot to mention, it's like a formula that's in between a gloss and a matte and a velvet. I can't even explain what it is. I've never had experienced a formula like this. What I do is I just tap it just in the center here, just a little bit. It makes the lininess and the exaggeration of those lines just completely disappear, I find. So if you guys ever want to give something like that a try, if you have that issue when you wear matte lipstick, I do find that it helps a ton without making it look glossy. You know what I mean? Like it just adds a little bit of oomph back into it. I don't know. Love it. So yeah, guys, this is the, no, this is not, I forgot setting spray. All right, so today I'm going in with my Urban Decay All Nighter, and I absolutely despise the spray nozzle that comes on this thing. So I've switched it out. I think this is the Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray. I switched it out with that, and I'm just gonna go in and coat my face way more than I need to, and then I'm going to fan it out. Alright guys, so that is again not it. I forgot one step, and that's what I like to do after I put my setting spray. Tap right beside my nose area here. I also like to tap under my chin, and also in between my eyebrows here because no matter what setting spray I use, no matter what primer, it just oils up throughout the day, and I find adding that last final layer just perfectly seals it in until I get home. And that is the finished look. I loved doing my makeup with you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a great time. Please give me a like, leave me a comment, please subscribe to my channel, and give me some ideas of what you'd like to see next. I love filming videos for you guys, and I can't wait to catch you on the next one. Bye guys!